everybody, and welcome to the only podcast that has margaritas. Yeah, we actually have one this week. None of you can make fun of us. Margs with the Boys, episode 5. Hello, everybody. My name is Jyggy, Jyggy11 on Twitch.tv, and I'm here with some awesome people. Who the heck are you?
Yo, my name's TB for good.
Are you already cracking up?
No, TB was perfect. Jyggy, you have to restart the whole thing.
No, what'd I do? I thought it was fine.
dude, I was about to go into a wet old western, oh wow, G out, good kind of thing. But TV just hits it right when I was about to speak, and it just it's the way he introduces them made me giggle. I don't know why. I'm Scootish, Twitch.tv/Scootish. I'm just gonna leave it at that and continue on.
And I'm Duggernaut, Twitch.tv/Duggernaut, and a peek behind the curtain. TB did just wake up from a nap, and so that's the energy that he brings.
Hey, it's been like a half hour.
Okay.
Oh, man. Today's episode, we are going to be talking about the PlayStation shop, as well as all kinds of digital exclusivity when it comes to video games. If you guys are listening on any of the streaming platforms, make sure you go and use hashtag MWTB. Hashtag MWTB.
Hashtag MWTB marks the boys.
Yep, to send your questions to us for next week. But why don't we just jump into the first? How is everybody? How are you guys? You guys have a good week? Good 2 weeks, really.
Oh, Jyggy11. My week has been straight poggers. With a capital P, capital O, capital G, lowercase g, lowercase e, lowercase r, but capital S. Poggers.
What you do? You can't just say it's poggers and not explain what you did.
Okay, well, a lot of things. Number one, I'm finally an employed boy.
Hey!
Finally, got off of New York State's teat. I'm no longer sucking out the money milk from Andrew Cuomo's nipple. I'm off of that now, and I have a job. And I'm like, wow, I don't only have to beg on the internet for money anymore for rent. And that just makes me feel good. And also, I got my vaccine.
Let's go.
Let's go.
I'm still at risk. I still have to take the second shot, but I have the nanobots inside my bloodstream.
Nice,
I am now human 2.0. And guys, I just want to. Can we talk about one thing? Listen, I get that we're talking about PlayStation, but I want to talk about Windows. I don't want to talk about Microsoft stock.
Well, first, who's your sponsor?
What?
Who shot you? Who's the one?
Oh, Pfizer.
You got Pfizer? Let's
brother.
go. Pfizer gang.
I was
I'm the lonely Moderna.
no, dude,
It's
okay,
a single
TB.
Android user.
So-
among the iPhone.
We all transmit 5G now, TV. We all transmit 5G.
I was so scared when I got my shot, because I'm sure you guys are the same, but the military administered my vaccine.
Yep, same.
And
No, what's going on in New York?
and I walked in, and this Air Force vet, just full garb, just no nonsense, was like, "You're getting Pfizer." I'm like, "Oh, I signed up for Moderna," and he's like, "Yeah, you're getting Pfizer." And I'm like, "Okay, sure thing." And he was like, "All right, we'll see you back in 2 weeks, May 9th. I'm like, "Oh, actually, that's Mother's Day. Is there any way I can schedule it a different day? I want to go see my mom." He's like, "No, we'll see you in 2 weeks, son." And I was like, "Oh dear God." And I was about to leave. He was like, "Hey, park it." And pointed to a chair. And I was like, "Okay, all right." And I had to sit there for 15 minutes to make sure I didn't pass out.
Oh, yeah, true.
And then you felt like garbage the
was-
next day, right?
Oh, dude. So
After the first shot now.
This was literally my first. This was my first shot. This is not my second dose.
Yeah.
The first dose knocked me out all day. Mike called me
Really?
early in the morning,
Yeah, I did.
and I answered because like whenever he calls me, it's important, and it's never. Not
That's not
important when he
true.
calls me.
It's usually something stupid.
No, it's not.
Yeah, if you don't answer Jiggy's phone calls, within 15 minutes he's at your door, kicking it in with like a sword.
Oh my TB! Get out of my brain! How did you, dude? Yesterday I didn't answer, and I was being kind. I wasn't gonna go dive into like Jyggy 11's personal life, but get this. There was no kicking down the door, TB. There was no kicking down the
wow.
door. Ask me what he did.
What did he do?
All of a sudden, I didn't answer because I was sick as a dog. Sick as a dog.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, I look up in my ceiling, and what do I see? But a hole being carved with Nerf ninja swords being carved in my ceiling. And he jumps down and just starts beating me up. And he makes sure he knows when Jyggy 11 calls, you answer.
Yeah, when I was just napping here before the show,
No.
Jyggy called me, and my phone was
Did you
on.
answer?
It was on silent,
Oh,
and
no.
like in a little cubby above my bed, so I had no way of knowing it was ringing. But as like a second nature instinct, I woke up and saw that he called and answered it, just because I was so scared about the
God.
repercussions of not
Thank God.
answering it.
No,
You
it's
hate to have to repair
scary.
your door, your ceiling, or something.
I
Yeah.
get it. No, but like he did call. I did answer, but I'm sure he got the vibe that like I was dead as fuck. Like
Yeah, you were
that
out.
first shot
you-
just killed me, and I felt awful all day.
Did you
I
have
think-
COVID before?
Maybe I don't know.
I think you're
Asymptomatic,
the
if
you're the
anything.
first
Okay.
person I know that had a reaction to the first shot. Because I had a reaction to the second shot, and oh my god, I was
Same.
dead. Doug, how's your week?
About the same. I got the shot last week, and not too, just a sore arm. Pfizer gang. Let's
Second
go.
or first?
First shot, second shot, 3 weeks from then. So I think the
Oh,
end of the month. So that'll be
Yeah.
very exciting.
For all of
I'll
our
be
Margs
laid up
with,
in bed with the new Monster Hunter stuff going on at the end of the month.
for all of
dude,
our
I'm so pumped.
for all of our Margs with the Boys listeners, it was just announced yesterday that anybody over the age of 16 can get is eligible for the shot. So get an appointment.
Wait.
Do it. TB, tell me what happened. Besides, you just woke up, but
Yeah, my week's not very exciting considering I got home from work at 2 p.m. today and crashed out and woke up at 7:30. So
that's rough.
No, dude, but like your week's still cash money because you felt your body was tired and you went and laid down and rested. That's still a cash money week. Still a cash money moment. Good for you, TB. Good week. Good week. Good week.
all right, yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, there's been a lot of gaming news this week. There's been a lot of stuff.
I'm pumping the brakes, Jiggy. You didn't tell us about your week.
Yeah,
I've been
Jiggy.
tired. All right, this week's been like, it's only Tuesday and I already feel like it needs to be Friday. But other than that, I planned out all of May yesterday, all my May calendar. So like the content and everything that I'm doing for May. May is my ninth year of
Dude,
almost
you're
nightly.
downplaying shit, bro. Come on.
It's crazy. Well, I haven't announced anything yet, so
Don't give up.
don't reveal it.
I'm not revealing anything, but like you just said, like you did this cool thing, and you're downplaying your month. You're kind of doing great. Like I'm proud of you, bro.
It's been a good month. And yesterday's stream was super fun. It was like yesterday was honestly one of the like most funs I've had on stream in a while, and it was like one of the best raids. You can ask Doug because I raided Doug, but legitimately one of the best raids I've had in a while of just like
Good.
just like powerful, energy, you
Fuck
know.
yeah.
So I'm in that,
I love that.
But I thought we would start
Okay.
here and chat a little bit about a lot of the gaming news happening. I know, Scoot, you wanted to talk a little bit about Microsoft first, and I thought we could touch on it.
That was a meme.
No, I still think we should touch on it because
No.
we all use Discord. We all no, you don't wanna. I say we touch on it.
No. Wait. Are you talking about the Microsoft stock? It was a meme because of the
No, not
fucking
me.
Yeah,
shop.
he's using your meme
Oh.
as a segue.
Oh, you're using my meme as a segue?
Yeah, I was
yeah, he's
using your
riding
meme
around
as a-
on it.
Yeah,
Don't make my meme real. Then people are gonna think that I'm serious about the fucking Microsoft stock.
I already said that
No
we
one buy
we
Microsoft
transmit
stock. Don't buy
5G. We transmit 5G. Also, yes, buy
Okay.
Microsoft stock. What are you talking about? I'm not a financial
All right.
advisor. But so Microsoft did not end up buying Discord. Microsoft.
No, it didn't.
No, well, they tried.
They tried.
Discord walked away.
What was it? $10 billion.
They walked away from $10 billion.
So I mean, hey man, that's something. You know, that's something.
What's the next tech giant though? I
It's.
can feel it.
Do you think now? Here's my question. Do you guys think that they were just waiting for a bigger offer from like another company?
No.
No.
No, there's no way.
What,
I think 10 billion is like. That's like
They bought Minecraft for $2 billion.
that was
yeah.
insane, nuts.
to me, $10 billion is like I can't even conceive how much money that is. Like you take $10 billion. Like if someone offers you 10 billions, you just take it because like that's it. You're good.
I just want to know
Forever.
what they think their worth is. I want to know. I want a flat number.
I purely believe it's not a flat number. I think it's like they love what they've created and they don't want to lose that. And they don't want to hand their vision over to someone that has time and time again proven that they're going to ruin the vision.
Who already acquired a similar platform in Skype and ruined
Drove
it.
into the ground. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Dude, Skype is like malware now.
yeah, it's the pits. It used to be the thing to use, and now it's just garbage.
Yep.
Dude, I use it at work. I literally showed them Discord. We're thinking about switching to Discord now.
Wish I could do that. Oh,
yeah.
that'd be,
Like,
I
dude,
use it for
Skype
work
is
too.
like we use Zoom as well, and we're kind of leaning more towards Zoom as well. Because Zoom, what is Zoom but better Skype? Not malware Skype. Skype just breathes. It looks like a 2005 program still, which makes it look like malware in a 2021 world.
Yeah.
Like
So, TB, if you think there's one company that they would say yes to, what do you think it would be? If say like, because in my mind, the first thing that comes to my mind is, what if the big man said, well, we tried with Curse. How about I think did Twitch try Discord? Did try to buy Discord? I swear.
I don't think so.
Did
I don't
Doug,
think so.
do you know? I
don't think so.
Do you, okay.
I
don't
feel like
think
we
so.
would have talked about that at some point.
Okay. So then what if they did?
Okay. I have a thought about that. I think Amazon is a bad buy. Because Amazon and Twitch, I know Twitch is Amazon and Amazon is, Amazon is Twitch, but Twitch is not Amazon. You know what I mean?
Apparently 2 years ago, Twitch bought Bebo.
Bebo.
What's Bebo?
I don't even know what Bebo is. I've never heard of Bebo.
That sounds like a sexual transmitted disease.
Twitch bought Curse Forge, which was like Curse Voice and stuff like that a really long time ago.
I remember that. Yeah.
But they then turned it into the Twitch app, which I think they just discontinued. So I don't.
I mean, the Twitch app is kind of garbo.
But the question is do you think that if so here's the thing, and the way I look at Twitch is luckily the only quote unquote bad thing, Jeff, don't take down my stream please, thanks. The only, in my opinion, bad thing that Amazon has done for Twitch has been the real like the shoving of advertisements down people's throats. That's been the big one, the shoving. I'm talking like cramming the advertisements down the throat. I think everything else has almost been good for Twitch. The bigger views, the bigger money, the bigger web services. I think that they've really taken advantage of their Amazon overlord. But I don't know how Discord would thrive with a Jeff Bezos wallet.
I think for the most part, I agree with you. Amazon has been like, do whatever you want. We're just gonna chill in the background. We're gonna offer you, Twitch Prime as a service, but like, we're in the back seat mostly.
Except for ads.
That's how I feel about Amazon and Twitch.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't think if like Amazon acquired Discord, I think they would be like, you guys clearly know what's working. keep making it work and making the green, we want to see the green.
Do you think Discord makes green? Because they spent years before they even launched like Nitro, like obviously not making money, just coasting on like venture capital.
I don't think it makes green, but I think if you combine Twitch and Discord, it would make green.
How would you combine Twitch and Discord? Like
What?
in your mind, how would you do that? How would you combine?
You
Twitch
just unify them. You make them one asset.
So you would just
like your Twitch account is your Discord account.
So when you want to watch a broadcast, would you go to like? So would it be
No.
more or less like when you go to twitch.tv/Jyggy11?
Twitch cord.
Like when you go to twitch.tv/Jyggy11, would it just have the chat room and all that other the community aspect of Discord on one side?
I guess.
Didn't they try that? I don't remember the original.
You know
Twitch
what?
app.
Honestly, like I do kind of think that would be. I think if like when you went live like on your Discord channel, and you could like watch it in the Discord app, and there would be a live stream chat that is created and deleted whenever you like get offline, and then just a normal general chat. That would be I would like that. That would be cool. I think I'm kind of talking myself more into this. Like I'm kind of like, ooh, Amazon, you should buy Twitch or buy
I
buy
would
Discord.
I would be interested in like you said, the more integration, because the way I look at it for a streamer, and we I know we got to move on. Techno's looking at us with sweating, but it's one of those things where when I look at, if you're a broadcaster and you want a community and you want to grow a community, you have three things. You have a Twitch or YouTube channel, Twitch or YouTube channel where you go live. You have a Twitter or Facebook or Instagram, one of the three or all of the three social media, and then you have a community Discord, which is a hub for the people that want to be more involved in your community. I did a metaphor a few days ago about the levels of a Twitch viewer and how you can turn them into a community member, and how it starts with people watching. Then level 2 is maybe they might follow. Level 3 is they maybe say a word, and then level 4 is they possibly might subscribe. And then level 5 is they're in Discord and they're gifting subs and all that jazz.
Okay.
So it's one of those things where obviously everybody's dream as a broadcaster is to get everybody to level 5. But in my mind,
For sure.
do you think that interaction or integration would help broadcasters by kind of combining it all? And didn't they kind of already try that?
I don't know if they did. I don't think they did.
TB, you remember when Twitch had multiple chats? Like you could have one chat, then you had like subscriber chat.
Oh, I do remember that.
Yeah.
But that was
Do they
poorly
not have that
implemented.
anymore?
No, it's gone.
That
You can just enable like sub only or follow only chat,
Yeah.
and it's the same chat.
that was poorly implemented, so I get it. I'm fine with that personally. Like if it was like, I think it would work if it was like there was still twitch.tv and the live chat on Twitch and the live chat on Discord matched one another.
Okay.
I think that would work, and that would be cool. I don't want Twitch to go away, but I don't want Discord to go away either.
Yeah.
And I know this is all the hypothetical, but I do kind of like the idea. But also, I'm scared about them buying it. Oh, I'm sorry, TB. Please,
You
go
can kind of, there's a roundabout way to make that work. You can put your Twitch chat in your Discord.
Really?
But yeah, well, through like bots and stuff.
What's the can I ask what the point would be though? Because you can't watch on Discord natively, I don't think.
There's not really a point.
if anything, just make an active Discord chat.
Yeah.
Sure.
And that do be something. Although I think the biggest fear of Amazon buying Discord is, of course, the advertisements.
Yeah.
And let's be real, it will be chock full of advertisements. Even though I'm gonna be honest, I don't think Twitch needs as many advertisements that play.
I think
True.
Twitch needs to redo their advertising scheme. I know that they won't, and I know that they're required to have the amount that they have, but it's a weird situation where so the way they push a broadcaster to run advertisements is by having it so then there is no advertisements for 30 minutes after, but in reality you still have to run like 3 minutes of ads or whatever to get those 30 minutes of no ads. So it's
But otherwise, there's like mid-roll ads.
there's
like, that happen
mid-rolls,
randomly?
there's pre-rolls, and there's well, anytime a broadcaster wants that. You know?
I've never seen any of that stuff come up. Like, I've never accidentally got an ad, so I don't know.
You've
what's
never
going on.
gotten an ad on Twitch.tv?
Oh, whenever I jump into a stream, I'll get an ad sometimes, but like never in the middle of things.
Yeah, and that's something.
No, but like it for me, like that instantly pulls me out of it, and I'll leave and I won't watch.
Yep.
I'll walk away.
If I open a stream, and this is terrible, if I open a stream and I get an ad, there's like an 80% chance I won't sit through it, unless it's like, you know, one of the ones I can skip. It's really sad, but or I'd come back later if I remember.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Speaking of advertisements, actually, I don't know where I'm going with this. I was
Do
gonna.
we have an ad? Do you have a sponsor?
I wish. No, but you should sponsor us.
Nope.
Contact me on twitter.com. But no, I was thinking.
Techno, he's the manager.
Margs with the Boys, brought to you by
Insert
Snickers
brought to you by you. Brought to you by you.
Ooh.
and viewers like you. Yeah, if we were sponsored by PBS, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
Oh, I love PBS.
Yeah. But no, I thought we would talk about the other big thing that happened this week. Wait, Scoot, when did this first happen? When did, if you guys want to know, here, I'll fill you in here. Sony, the big PlayStation folks, the big PlayStation folks decided that it was finally time to let the PlayStation 3 and the PlayStation Vita's store, the online digital store, snooze. It was time. No more.
Pour out a Marg for the store.
Yeah. I don't know if that
True.
included with online servers for all games, but I'm pretty sure there are some games that literally don't have servers anymore. So I don't. It was just the ability to download digital games.
So I came up with this topic, and I owe you boys a big apology. I really stepped in it on this one.
What?
You closed the store?
No, yesterday. Well, that was the big news, was that they were closing the PS3 and the PS Vita stores online.
Yeah.
Yesterday, PlayStation themselves announced, guys, if there's one thing PlayStation does, it's listen. And we're not gonna close those stores.
Omega Wolf.
But
let's talk
not
about it.
happening
Let's talk about the end of these stores, because guess what? PlayStation might have said, "Lol, we know you're upset. Guess what? We won't do it." But there's been other online digital stores that have closed.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
The Wii Shop.
The Wii Shop
Yep.
is a great example.
Rest in peace, Wii Shop.
But
Yep, the DS store, I think, or the DS
the DSI,
servers.
yeah, the DSI,
DSI, yeah.
and of course DS Online and Wii Connect 24 and all those things.
That's gaming in the digital age. There's no preservation.
So it's one of those things where I thought, well, let's talk about what if scenario. What if Sony didn't tweet yesterday? Oh, my bad, bro. Don't worry about it. All 12 of you that are playing the PS3 right now, don't worry about it. You can still download games. You know?
Yeah. It's also the only way to get the Nier original Nier game.
True.
So like, you know, I don't know. It's just, I kind of pitched this topic because like I think for a lot of reasons, and you know, we'll get to it. Sony's been making a lot of weird decisions, and I think killing off a store, especially like the PS3, because like you can't play those games on the PS4, and you
Yep.
certainly can't play Vita games on any system right now. and you lose out on a lot of like goodies. Like you're gonna lose out on Final Fantasy Dissidia. Like that's the big Final Fantasy fighting game. The game's awesome. The game the Final Fantasy Dissidia NT is not good, but like the original two, ooh, those are fuego. You lose out on Final Fantasy Crisis Core. I only know PSP games. I don't know what games on the PS3 that I want. Oh, Infamous! You lose out on Infamous. That game's awesome.
Was Infamous 1 and 2 never ported to 4 at all?
No.
Really?
Yeah. The original, or before the remake came out, PS3 store was the only way to get Demon Souls.
Yep.
Wow.
And some would say that Demon Souls is actually the good Demon Souls. The PS5 Demon Souls, in my opinion, is very easy.
Yeah, and you can still get PS2 games on the PS3 store. So there's a lot of that as well. Like you can get Persona 3 and Persona 4 on there. I know for sure those are games that I've bought.
Okay. All right. I hear that. I'm with that.
Yeah, I think I have those on Vita.
I definitely had.
I was gonna say that you guys did not talk about the best game to ever come out on the PSP, something that has been lost to time. The amazing
Parappa the Rapper?
rhythm game adventure Patapon, Patapon 2, and Patapon 3.
I liked Patapon.
Lost to time.
Fun.
Yeah.
Well, unless you buy Vita or buy a PSP.
What's the console that lets you play PSP games on TV?
The PS TV.
Yes.
No. They still sell that? That's
no,
like
it's been discontinued, but I mean, you could probably buy one somewhere
You probably couldn't buy any games
for
on
like
it.
twice the price. It just plays Vita games.
Yeah,
So
but the
if-
Vita store is closing, so
Yeah,
No,
but
it's not closing.
it's not closing yet.
That's the big thing.
Yep.
so what's
I
the
remember I wanted-
announcement here?
What was
That
that?
it isn't, but it is closing, or is
No,
it just
it's not.
PS3
They
is
not.
announced
closing?
it was closing, but then they rescinded their statement.
The outcry. Okay, complaining works. Congratulations, gamers.
They listened, which makes me giggle because like you know for a fact like if this was a Nintendo and they're like, hey, we're closing the 3DS store,
which they haven't yet?
people would complain. I don't think they have. People would complain. People would be upset, and Nintendo would just be like, "Boys, we don't care. Go buy a Switch."
Well, they stopped manufacturing the 3DS, and
Yeah, they
people were
did.
sad about that, and they didn't care. So
Well, I mean,
Did they-
manufacturing the 3DS, I get like that makes sense to me because like it's over.
They don't want
Ninten-
people to buy the 3DS. They want people to buy the Switch Lite, and they want people to buy this.
Yeah.
That's
Nintendo's a lot more open to like ripping the Band-Aid off in one fell swoop, as opposed to like the just slightly doing a little bit at a time.
Well, I think personally, I think it's because Nintendo wants you to play the games that are current, that are now
Yeah,
from them.
true.
Whereas I think all the other consoles are better about making sure their retro games are easily accessible.
well, yeah, they'll put out a virtual console on
Yeah.
an old console, and then they will delete the Wii or whatever, and all your virtual console games are tied to your Wii. You can't get them again. Oh, but we'll launch a new thing on your new console, and you can buy them again if you want to pay $5 for Earthbound again.
Mhm.
You can do that if you want, but it's not going forward to the next console either, and we'll just keep slowly milking it out of you, and like we'll never bring it forward. Like you can't buy Earthbound right now on the Switch.
Nope.
And it's not on the whatever on the online thing.
They
So,
did
No.
when the Wii U came out, and they slowly released VC games on Wii U. They allowed you, if you had it, if you transferred it from, because you could do a system transfer from a Wii.
you can do it exactly once.
Yeah, yes. And they would allow you to pay, I think it was $4 or $3 for the Wii U exclusive upgrades that came with the specific virtual console games, meaning save states, and sometimes they were a little HD, higher resolution. A lot of times the games were worse though because they ran worse. But
Yeah,
they did not do that with Switch. With Switch, your fresh start, you buy them all again. or in the N64. Or I'm
Oh,
sorry,
you pay for online.
Yeah, you pay for online because that's the only way they're doing it right now. But with
Mhm.
PlayStation, I never ever thought that other game companies really. It's funny that Scoot, you said that they allow retro games to be available, when in reality, I feel like Sony has never allowed you to really have their old games in a way. For example, so I had my first PlayStation was the PlayStation 2 Slim, which, if I'm correct,
Okay.
could not play PlayStation 1 games. It was not a.
It could.
Oh, it could. Oh,
It
I didn't know that.
could, Yeah.
No, it was
could.
the PS3 launched with the PS2 inside of it, so you could play PS2
Yes.
and PS1 games, and then later edition
Yeah.
like the Slim and stuff didn't
Which-
have.
which is
that.
the one I got.
The PS3 Slim took that out.
Yeah, so the PS3 Slim is the first one I got that
Oh,
didn't
okay.
allow me.
Sorry,
to
you
play-
said the PS2 Slim.
Well, I
And we
did.
yelled
I
at
had
you.
that one too, but
Okay.
I didn't know it could play PS1 games.
Okay.
I didn't know that.
All right.
But I got the PS3 Slim with Infamous actually right when it came out.
Yeah.
Which I don't know. I think everybody got that bundle. But it's one of those things where I never. Maybe it's because I wasn't a massive Sony kind of like fanboy that I wanted to play Final Fantasy VII, that I wanted to play Crash 1 and all that stuff, but I never felt like, even on the online store, they gave me that option, and I felt like instead they would just re-release it. And that was one of those things where they re-released all the Sly Cooper games on PS3 at the end. All of them.
Yeah, they did like compilations of some
HD
games.
remake.
They did.
Yeah.
They did huge compilations. Like,
Yeah.
Sony's always like. I love how we made we made this like the downfall of Sony. Like, that was like the whole idea going in. But now I'm just giving like them. I'm gonna give them a lot of love right now. They've always been about making sure that like their games are playable. Like those games that you mentioned, they were on the online store. Sure, it sucked that you couldn't play them because you were stupid and got the PS3 Slim, but that's your fault as the consumer. You got the PS3 Slim, you big dumb idiot. But you could down them online, and that's fine. And then they release these giant bundles. They release games upon games, like $60, and you got every single God of War game at the time. That's
Yeah.
a good deal.
Like
Yeah.
Uncharted, Shadow of the Colossus Eco Collection.
yes.
Like it's
Yep.
all there.
Yup.
But those are just like, the good games, so to say. Like it's just like the games that did well or whatever. It was never like you're not getting. I don't think they ever made like a Killzone.
They definitely
Group.
did a Killzone. I
They
had
do
it.
Resistance, a Resistance one.
Oh, I remember
I-
Resistance.
yeah,
like, right
Resistance,
at
the
don't
Halo
think-
killer.
I
Yeah.
don't think they did a Resistance one.
Or did they do
Um,
Mr. Mosquito for the PS2? Did they bring that forward? Like it's not every game coming forward here. So we can give
It's-
them props for their AAA IPs, but not like
I mean,
everything.
they're looking out for like the big memory games. Like, I have no idea what the fuck Mr. Mosquito is. Like,
it was my deepest cut I could try to throw you
that,
off.
that well, you did,
Pretty
but
deep
that's a
cut.
fever dream of a game. Like, and then the PS4 and the PS5, we're kind of tripping up right now, and like we don't have those access to those games right now, which is a bummer because Infamous 1 and 2 are some of my favorite video games of all time.
did you-
I remember I got the Uncharted 3 PS3 Slim bundle, and I played all the Uncharted's in like a manner of weeks. They were so fantastic. Infamous, God of War, love all of them. Can't play them right now, and it do make me sad.
But you
But
you
that
can
being
play them.
said-
You can play them if you have a PS4. You know what I mean? Like,
But I was one of those kids where their parents didn't want to support the gaming habit, so I had to sell my PS3 in order to get my PS4, in order to get my PS5. So I don't have those old consoles because I had to trade up in order to like afford it. I'm just speaking from my experience.
no, but I'm saying
here.
that the PS5 itself it allows you to play PS4 games, correct?
Yes,
so
it
most
does
of
do
those
that. And
games, including
and-
Uncharted, all of them you can play on PS5.
the Uncharted Nathan Drake Legacy, yes. Resistance 1, 2, and 3, no. Killzone, you can only play Shadowfall if I recall correctly. Infamous 1 and 2, no. You can play Infamous Second Son. That game's still great, but I like Infamous 1 and 2. I like Cole McGrath. I just do.
Yeah.
But I will give props to them that PS5 do be backwards compatible, and that's a big plus in my book.
We'll see if the
And
next iteration has it, though.
I will
That'll be-
take my hat off and bow. I feel like I
Well,
talk
we
a lot.
have that sort of like complaint almost every generation. There's always, is it going to be backwards compatible? There was a like with when the 360 came out, we were like, okay, what's going on with the Xbox games? Can we play those on this new thing? It's another box by Microsoft. Does it play, the original Halo? Does it play Cell Damage? Does it play, whatever games people add? And there was like a specific subset of games that were actually backwards compatible, but like not all of
I
them,
don't
and it
like
was
that
super
one.
weird in that way. Like
I
the
don't like
Chronicles
that.
of Riddick game was not backwards compatible because of just like how many shortcuts they took with the hardware to like make it look as good as it did, and it looked like it looked very realistic for the time, and it was one of the better looking games on the original Xbox. But like just all the hacks and things they had to do was very specific to the Xbox hardware and not the 360. So that was strange. When the Super Nintendo came out, people were like, mad that they wouldn't be able to play their NES games on it. And a lot of kids had to trade up because they were young and didn't have like jobs or whatever, and their parents were buying them stuff. And so they had to sell their whole collections and get the new Super thing. So it's like, it's always been an issue whenever a new generation drops. Like, is it going to be backwards compatible this time? And it rarely is.
To add on to that, I mean, I'm gonna look at the big white giant block in the room here that I think two of you have. Doug, you don't have one, do you? Do you have one?
Oh yeah, I don't have a 5.
Okay.
I got a 5.
There's two of you.
Got a
Two of you
5.
have it.
TB,
There's
me and
nothing.
you, buddy.
What are you playing? You playing Walder's Wonderland or whatever? What are you playing?
Bug Snacks.
Yeah, Bug
Ballad
Snacks.
Wonderland.
You got
Bug
Balan
Snacks, dude.
Wonderland.
Listen,
You got
the-
Demon Souls. And what? We're 6 months in. We're 6 months in,
listen,
aren't we?
the start of the generation's always rough.
Yeah. that's
Nintendo
true.
was not, though. I give the Switch so much.
Yeah, the Switch did great.
Every
The-
month
the
a new
Switch did-
AAA.
The Switch. Okay.
Well, yeah, that's how
Switch
they
did
do. That's
good.
how Nintendo does. Is they'll
They did
release
not,
a game
though.
a month.
But
But
I
they
don't.
did not with the 3DS. The 3DS was a mess at launch. That's why they gave me a bunch of free games.
Yeah,
the
that's why.
3DS.
That's why they rewarded people who bought it.
Yeah, they
The
did a
ambassadors.
price drop before they had more games to play.
Yeah, the
3DS was a
15 people who
mess.
bought it got bonus points.
Yeah.
I think the PS5 launch, honestly, like is pretty goated. Honestly, the
Really?
games.
It had amazing games, but nothing like spectacular came out since launch. Really.
Yeah,
But the
Yeah.
launch was really good.
the launch is really good, and
For PS5,
I think I am gonna blame the big corona on
Yeah,
a
sure,
lot of it because I
sure.
think a lot of delays did end up happening. But we got Bug Snacks, which is fantastic. Like that's the best game that came out.
Uh,
Uh,
it's not game of the year; it's game of all time. Honestly,
Because of one character, TB, and I want to see if you know what character.
is it Bunger?
It's fucking Bunger,
Let's
dude.
go!
Let's go.
I love Bunger.
Bunger. Oh my god. Demon Souls, Spider-Man, Miles Morales.
Miles
Uh,
Morales was really good.
It definitely like popped off, and a lot of games that have been coming out have been still coming out for PS4 and Xbox One, but they get like a PS5 like facelift. So I am gonna give it to the PS5. Also, they gave the ambassador program on the PlayStation is like they gave you like 12 games or something as long as you
Yep.
subscribe to the online for free.
You get, like,
and they're the
Bloodborne.
best games of the PS4.
Yeah, they're literally the best games that came out on the PS4.
Cool. So I guess they give you that backlog just to either replay or to play if you haven't experienced it if you bought a PS5. But so
Yeah.
I'm seeing here this is my big thing. And I'm the devil's advocate here for I personally believe that Sony had it was fine to get rid of the PS3 store and the the PS Vita store, because they're not selling those consoles. They're not making those consoles anymore. If you have physical versions or already downloaded, and I do think that they should allow you to already like download games that you've already purchased, or allow you to download them forever. I will play devil's advocate for that, because I feel like most of the games are on PS4. But I know that there are some games that you've talked to me, and I couldn't believe it, but like franchises are on PS3, like the Sly Cooper franchise, not on PS4.
Yes.
And
Yes, they are.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Somebody told me that Sly Cooper was not on PS4 at all.
But regardless, there are counterexamples of just things that are on PS3, not on PS4, that we're going to lose access to if they close down the PS3 store.
Yeah. So a current price of a used PS3 on eBay.com is averaging from $120 to $199. So my question for you guys, all three of you, and I guess for the chat as well, is a PS3 still worth it in 2020 with the exclusive games that you cannot play on PS4 or 5?
I mean, I would argue if there's a single exclusive game that can only be played on a PS3, it's worth having around in the sort of historical, archival type stuff. Like, so we need folks probably on the emulation front, on the piracy front, the no-nos. We need that, because the game companies, Sony, Nintendo, Microsoft, they're not going to do that work to preserve this stuff as it was, especially like, you can't play Destiny like the original version anymore. Like, that's gone because it's just been patched and updated, and it's things are lost, like things are missing and gone, and like beta versions of things are always really interesting. When something like, oh, we found a beta version of like Castlevania, I think for the Dreamcast, someone found a copy of in their house, and they were like, oh, like maybe I'll try selling this for $16,000 on eBay. But they got contacted, I think, by like one of the music people on that, and warned them that maybe they would have some kind of legal ramification for doing that, so they took it down. But like that type of stuff, people don't want to lose, and like gaming historians and things like that, like literally, like there's a charity that I support that is all about just preserving video game history, because nobody else will do it. Like, no company is doing it for their own stuff.
Yeah. That's really cool. I didn't know they had a charity for that.
Mm-hmm. The Video Game History Foundation. Check it out.
TB, you think it's worth it? $129. No controller.
No controller.
Yeah, you get the power down.
Dude, the DualShock 3 is so, like, it's so light.
It's
like,
a plastic.
It feels like there's nothing in there.
It's a piece of plastic.
It needs some heft.
I don't know if there would be anything I would per se buy, but I also never owned a PS3 in its own life cycle, so I missed out on quite a bit of that I just haven't done, so I probably wouldn't in my case.
Okay.
But I could see why people would.
Scoot. PS3.
I don't see a point.
$129.
I don't see a point.
See, this is my point here. This is my I need some bit music or whatever. I'm not gonna turn it on here, but like, you guys say, wow, it's terrible that they're shutting down the store, but none of you guys think it's worth purchasing one used in 2021.
I did. Mine melted. Mine doesn't work. I would buy it.
You're right. You're right. Doug did one. I'm sorry. Doug has a point.
No, I mean, I don't care for me, but I know there are people that are like, I have a PS3 and I love playing my PS3. I have friends like that. I go to their apartment and their console is the PS3. I think they're insane. I think they're silly, but that's fine. But I'm not that kind of gamer. I'm the gamer that I'm going to buy a PS5 and I'm only going to play it when I'm recording or streaming, because then it's a complete tax write-off. And it completely was, and it completely is. That's the kind of gamer I am, because I care about having the newest, best thing, because I'm annoying. But other people aren't like that. And other people are gaming historians, and I get that. And I can remember those games because there's video of them somewhere, and I don't need to play it. Because honestly, when I go back and play a lot of old games, I'm like, wow, this is dog shit. And I put it down and I walk away. I don't like old retro games. That's just me.
I hate the fact that
That's
we're
my life.
saying the PS3 is a retro game console.
And it is now.
It is.
Because so
premiered in what,
True.
2006, 2007?
yeah. When I think of the PS3 was my PS3 Slim sat on top of a silver CRT in my basement for a very long time, and we would play Modern Warfare 2. We would play all kinds of games LAN night where we would do the split screen kind of thing. But in my mind, the only game that I can say that was a true experience that I would want to ever experience again on that is actually one of the ones that Scootish said would be the Infamous series is the only two that apparently I'm very surprised that they never ported them or even had a digital download for them over on PS4 because you'd think that they would allow that.
I think Second Son didn't do great.
Oh, I liked Second Son. It was a great launch title. I got PS5 or PS4 at launch because I'm a fool, but yeah, it was something. I mean, we can do a whole, and this is something where I'd love to add it to the topics. I would love to do a show and talk about what happens to a game when the servers are cut. Because there are so many games that Modern Warfare 2, I'm going to use Splatoon 1 as a great example. Actually, I think Splatoon 1 might still have its servers up. But Battlefront 1, where the game becomes nothing after the multiplayer is gone. And I think we should definitely talk about that one day.
I mean, look at MAG. 200 people in one game.
What's it with MAG?
Yeah. True.
That was their thing.
Yeah, like instead of 16 people in multiplayer, they had 200, which
Wow.
is a lot.
That's crazy.
It was groundbreaking.
Yeah, but I'm sure it's difficult to
Yeah.
find 200 people
True.
currently playing the game at times.
Well, the servers are down.
Well, yeah, anymore,
You
of
can't
course.
play.
Yeah.
None. But yeah, like I remember stories about when Halo 2 like finally was shuttering its doors, and like there were some people that like, you know, they didn't fully close until everyone had logged off, and there were some people that, you know, kept it going for like weeks, just by still being online and like just doing that.
I was part of that.
Here we go. We've got an example right here. That's awesome, TV.
It's
My God.
kind of crazy. So the thing about so if we were to take this whole Sony store closing thing as and if they didn't actually take it away, do we think that is something that people would get over, or do you think that they would legitimately bang and scream if Sony went through with it? Like
People always get over it. Like there's always like, you know, people have very short attention spans, and there's always something worse going on. So yeah, I mean the Wii shop shut down, and people ostensibly got over that.
And I think we should talk about the Wii shop. Doug, do you remember some of the amazing games that you could purchase on the Wii shop?
Yeah. Well, like a bunch of indie games made like their debut there.
Do you remember the magic that was grill off with Ultra Hand?
I did not play that. But...
World of Goo, which actually still
World
has
of Goo. I was literally going to name drop like as indie games that made,
World
I
of
think
Goo.
at least maybe not a world debut, but like they definitely were very good on that. Like one of the few games perhaps to use the remote pointer very well was World of Goo.
World of Goo. Didn't Little Inferno make its debut on Wii Shop? I don't remember.
I don't know about that one.
I think it did actually.
Scoot, what was your? Did you buy any games on Wii Shop?
I think the only game was My Pokemon Ranch because I wasn't allowed to.
My Pokemon Ranch, that was one. These are games that are lost to time if you don't have them. It's what's crazy, and this is something that's even more crazy. Even some virtual console games that did not get ported to the Wii, you cannot purchase anymore. For example,
Yeah.
if you go on eBay for like $700, you can purchase a Wii that has Pokemon Snap digitally on it, because Snap is not on the Wii U. It's only on the
Pokemon
Wii.
Snap makes no goddamn sense.
Wow, it
to
would have
me.
made so much sense on the Wii U. Also,
Right?
Yeah.
I don't,
like imagine like gyro
Mhm.
controls, looking around, having the camera view.
dude, I don't get that game. And it
You're not
frustrates me.
excited for the end of the month, where
No, I don't care.
yeah, I remember
So-
you specifically last episode had some things to say.
The Wii shop ended when that was like halfway through the Wii U's life cycle, didn't it? Or was it?
It was a while back, yeah.
Yeah, Wii shop ended at that time, and I'm sure there's a lot of people that went in and bought a whole bunch of WiiWare. But if I remember correctly, the WiiWare very much varied in quality. You had your indie games like World of Goo, which were bops, and then you had so much shovelware. The Wii was a shovelware console.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, it was extreme. Yeah. So I just dropped into chat here. January 30th, 2019 is when the Wii shop actually closed.
That was
So,
last
wow.
year. That was 2 years ago. It feels like last year.
Last year, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but yeah, I mean, whenever something is extremely popular, you're gonna get a bunch of shovelware, and especially if something's marketed to like kids and stuff. But like the DS, of course, also had a ton of shovelware on it. But yeah, like everyone had a Wii. The Wii exploded. Like the GameCube didn't do super hot, sort of sales wise, unfortunately, especially compared to the PlayStation 2 and and not the Xbox, but the PlayStation 2 utterly destroyed that generation, just with sales and stuff. But like the Wii, like really nailed their marketing, and they had the sports aspect. They had like, oh, anyone can do it, because there's not a controller with 50 buttons on it that you have to like deal with. It's a remote control, and everyone knows how to use one of those. Your grandma has a Wii and plays tennis and breaks her elbow and stuff. So everyone's got one of those. And so since it had such a sort of install base, like of course there's going to be some predatory software put onto it, unfortunately.
So for that, I mean, and that was physical discs. That was like you could go to a GameStop and you would see the bargain bin of like $2 Wii games, and you had like the worst. Like I've heard horror stories from my video, and you're a video game collector. Have you even attempted? Would you even look to complete a collection for Wii?
Oh no, I'm not interested in complete collections, largely because like I don't care about sports games. But like something for the Wii or the DS, like thousands of games, many of them
Nice.
very low quality.
I
Yeah.
now want to own every Madden just to spite Juggernaut. That's my new goal.
You get really in there. You get every FIFA. Oh, you're in for it. That's like since the dawn of time.
Oh,
That's
he's
a-
done.
And
But
I'm gonna get it.
so
Gonna
I
get
feel
'em all.
like these online shops, a lot of the people that really would be using them in today's day and age that haven't moved on are collectors. Like there are a lot of like one-off, like here and there. Oh, I want to go back and play this game for nostalgia, kind of outlier stuff like that. But a lot of the appeal of that is the like collectors that like to go back and have a collection of the old stuff, where a lot of the time that's going to be more of a physical collection anyway rather than a digital one. So when these shops close their doors, I think it just kind of makes sense. There's not like that big of a reason to hold on to it, except for like the little one-off scenarios. I want to go back and play this.
Yeah, and it's really helpful. Someone mentioned it, but like, if you already bought something, it's nice to re-download it. Like, oh, if the Xbox 360 store doesn't work anymore, but my Xbox Red rings and I need to get it repaired somehow, even secondhand or whatever. How do I get my games back? Like, how do I play whatever dumb game I bought on the 360? Probably a bunch of them.
Oh, I want to go back and play the Impossible game.
There you
Except
go.
that's
Yeah.
on like other
Oh.
systems, I think.
We're hitting like the oldies but the goodies.
Exactly.
I mean, it's
You
interesting.
know what? You know what? I'll thankfully
Yo,
be
Marvel
able to-
Blast Ultra. Oh my god.
listen.
Yep.
You know
Kingdom
what
for
game?
Keflinks, anybody?
Evie, I've been trying to
Woo!
fucking do this smooth as butter transition, but you won't fucking let me.
Bruh.
Can I be honest with you, TB? Can I be
Yeah.
honest with you right now?
Be honest with me.
Listen, I hate to say this, but you're acting like a real Jyggy 11 right now.
Whoa!
You're just busting down my doors with your Nerf ninja swords in hands. And what's that? But in your belt buckle behind your back? That's right. You're carrying heat. You have a gun, a Nerf gun, not one of
Nerf
those
gun.
like normal darts though. Like one of those mega Nerf guns. That's what
Like
you're
with the-
packing right now. While I'm
with the
trying to do
chain
the
gun?
transition. Doug, are you familiar? Has TB done this to you as well?
Yes.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I've got scars, but I can't show them
Oh.
on Twitch. We'll get in trouble.
On the peeper?
I got my combat
Oh
training
my
from
god, send my
Jyggy 11.
condolences to Catherine. Oh my goodness.
I hate this so much. But you know what's it's weird just to bring us back here. It's funny that when I said, is a PS3 worth it nowadays? I talked to you guys about that, but it's weird that as a broadcaster, and I think all of you guys have feel this way, when it comes to Nintendo games, a lot of times they're not on the newer consoles. There are a ton of like crazy games that are not on the newer consoles that the only way to experience it is an older console. And a lot of the times we go back to them either to broadcast them or to re-experience them. A really great example is the Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Explorers of Darkness, Time,
Sure.
and Sky
The best
series. They are the best ones. I completely agree with
Yeah.
you. The only way I could play them currently is on the Nintendo 3DS. That console does not exist anymore. You cannot purchase a new Nintendo 3DS. You have to.
Oh,
A
please
new
go ahead.
Nintendo 3DS or a new
No,
Nintendo
just,
3DS?
you can't purchase a new one. Either a new Nintendo 3DS or
A used new Nintendo 3DS.
used new Nintendo 3DS. So it's one of those things where it's interesting that we all get upset about these digital stores or these digital downloads and all that. And to let you all know, there were 450 WiiWare, meaning exclusive to the Wii store, the Wii Digital Store games, that it consisted of 101 Explosion Mega Mix, Aro Guitar, you guys, these are some really great ones, Balloons TD2, Bakugan Wii,
Dracula's stuff was on the DS actually.
Dracula's Castle. Oh yeah, you're right. Some of the stuff could be. These are all.
What point are you making right now, Jyggy? I got lost.
Well, it's just like the things we talked about, like Sly Cooper. We talked about God of War. Like all that stuff gets moved forward and gets remasters and stuff like that. But anything that maybe doesn't sell super well, but someone still really loves, isn't going to be able to play because
Sure.
you can't download it anymore. Or it's
Sure.
your Wii broke and it's gone forever.
Okay.
So like imagine remember PT, remember
Oh, of course.
Flappy Bird. Like people were selling their
Okay,
PlayStations,
well, I
people were
think- I
selling
think
their
P-
phones.
I think PT is a different situation personally.
How?
Like
Sure, but it's still like taking away
Right.
of a
But-
digital thing that you ostensibly own is
That-
gone forever now.
but I feel weird about saying PT is a full game because it's not a full game. It was
It
a
isn't.
demo.
Absolutely isn't.
It was a demo, which is like a trial, which means it's limited. So
Right.
for me, them taking away, it sucks because it was one of the
Mhm.
coolest 4 video games of all time, and
Mhm,
it was a demo.
mhm.
I'd love to play
But
it one day. I never got
We,
to play
we
it.
but, like-
never got it. And
I've got
that's
it.
because of Hideo Kojima and Konami. That's on
Yeah,
them.
but just like
Maybe we'll
Can
see
you
it in the
still
future.
play it if you have it downloaded?
Yeah.
yeah.
If you have a download, you can still play
Yeah,
it.
yeah, they didn't like send some bits down the wire to like fizzle out your copy of it if you
But
had it
if you
downloaded.
update
But
your firmware or anything, it's gone.
Really?
oh, I don't know. I hope that's not true.
That is true.
Okay, well, you see, so it's hard to in the digital age, it's hard to feel any sort of ownership over the things that you pay money for and you have in your library.
But
But
Yeah.
like, you know, if
but
I
again,
get banned on
that's not-
Steam for some reason, like if you're a terrible person, you should get banned on all sorts of platforms. But if there's some kind of glitch and you get banned on Steam and lose access to all of these hundreds or thousands of games that you
Yep.
ostensibly own,
Yep. Okay.
what
that's
is a
fair.
digital marketplace? Sure, I can own a bunch of stuff on a shelf and then boom, no one can take it away from me unless I get robbed or whatever. But like if they decide to shut down Steam right now, I can't play my games, especially if they have to
Mhm.
like verify that they exist on the internet or whatever. So
Mhm.
you shouldn't shut down online stores, I think.
No,
personally.
I hear that. You know, luckily, one of my favorite games of all time is a PS3 title, and luckily, PlayStation is remaking it on the PS5, and I'm so happy about it. That's right, they're remaking Last of Us, a game that I haven't been able to play since PS3. I'm
Yeah.
pumped.
You haven't been able to play
Didn't-
since PS3?
It had a
Didn't they do a
remake on the
collection?
It was
PS4.
on PS4.
Listen, that was a buttery smooth transition,
I
and I
think
thought you
held
were
Naughty Dog-
making a joke.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
it was a bit of a it was a bit of a keck, it was a bit of a meme, but whatever. I just
The Last of
wanted
Us
to-
1 is very, very good.
I wanted to impress
yeah.
Doug.
I do like
Aw.
that game a lot.
That was the first game in like a decade that I pre-ordered, like back when it came out,
Yeah.
because
That-
I was very excited for it.
And you know, a lot of people, and this is what also sparked this whole PlayStation downfall. How long do we got, Jiggy? What's our time?
We gotta start wrapping soonish. We want to do Q&A soon, so everybody
Okay,
extra basically Q in
alright.
the chat.
Well, so
I
we'll
got you.
wrap up this convo and do Q&A.
Let me
Yeah.
get through this because this has been the news for a week, and I feel like everyone's already said what they needed to say, but I haven't said my take, and no one's seen my take
Sure.
yet. A lot of people said that the Last of Us remake is bad because it's not allowing for new ideas to show up at Sony. The project they canceled for the Last of Us remake was Days Gone 2. I don't know if anyone has played Days Gone, but Days Gone sucks. It's boring and it's generic. And everyone that complained about it being boring and generic, all of a sudden we're like, this is awful. This is terrible. And we're not getting Days Gone 2. Fuck you, IGN. You guys gave that game a 6 out of 10. That's a terrible rating, even for you guys. And everyone's like saying like this is the worst thing of all time, and that like this is saying like Sony doesn't support new ideas. Untrue, because we're literally getting a game about robots and a stray cat called Stray, and I'm really excited for that game. That game's going to be amazing.
Yeah,
That
it looks
game's-
sick.
I'm so excited for that game. Like that game looks awesome. And that's a brand new idea. And also it's like the launch year of a system. We're not going to see that many new ideas right now. We're going to need to wait. And we are getting like a new game this year actually. Kenna Bridge of Spirits. That game looks awesome. And that's a brand new game. And I think the Last of Us remake is a good idea because they want to keep everything uniform with the Last of Us. So when you play Last of Us 1, it's not that disconjointed from how it plays in Last of Us 2. Because Last of Us 2 is so wildly different and adds so many layering to the gameplay of Last of Us than Last of Us 1 does. So the fact that they want them to be more linear and the same kind of jump, just like how Uncharted was like the same game every time, makes a lot of sense. It's a Poggers idea, Poggers moment, big brain. Also, the HBO show makes sense to try to get people from the HBO show with a PS5 game, The Last of Us, because it's hard to sell a PS3 game or a PS4 game to people when they want to buy the newest game, and they're going to play Last of Us 2, and then they're going to think, like, oh, I don't need to play Last of Us 1, which is wrong, because Last of Us 1 is a better game, but I still love Last of Us 2, and I'm done talking for a little bit, because I feel like I talk a lot, and I'm sorry, Doug and TV and Jiggy, if I take your spotlights, I'm sorry.
But hopping back to the little Days Gone deal, you said it was like a 6 out of 10 average rating.
Yeah.
I feel like as consumers, we stray away from 6 out of 10s, where 6 out of 10 is like it's still a good game. You know?
You like Days Gone?
There is a lot of
I've never
bloat.
played Days Gone, but just like as
Oh.
a concept, like if it's a 6 out of 10, it's instantly like discredited.
Oh,
you
I
know?
don't know if it's still true. I haven't paid attention to like reviews in a while,
Yeah.
but like there's a lot of bloat in sort of the games review industry where like
Yeah.
if you get a 7 out of 10, you're like it's basically them saying do not buy this game.
Yeah.
And like that's like it's not like oh it got a C, it's pretty good. No, it's like 7 out of
Maybe
10.
we
It's like a
should do
death
a
sentence.
whole
So
show about game review.
I would
yeah, so
love
6
to.
out of
yeah.
10
Love
is
to.
absolutely like almost unheard of in this
Yeah.
7 out of 10 is bad world.
I
You
feel
don't
like
want to be
True.
Balan Wonderworld with a 4.
yeah, but that game, you
You
know,
haven't even played it.
no, but I watched a little bit of it and I could tell why.
I'm
But-
sure it's fine.
Balan?
It's a well-made game, but I've just never played it.
Scootish, could you please educate TB?
EB, I got the game for free from Square Enix, and I feel like I feel like I'm owed money. I love Square Enix, and I want to continue working with Square Enix. And luckily, they gave me Outriders too, and I've played the balls out of that game. I love that game. And I'm hoping I get Near Replicant too.
Yeah.
But oh my God, Balan Wonderworld was. I really felt like they were just telling me like, stop doing what you're doing. You're not good at it.
Yeah.
Like, it's an assault upon gamers.
Sucks too
Wow.
because
You
I
can
feel
play the game with one hand.
I watched the trailer for it and like it was a decent like concept. You could tell that the developers at one point had an idea, you know.
Listen, we can
Yeah.
talk about where Balan went wrong all day. It's a topic that I'm actually very interested in, and I've done a lot of research in to try to figure out.
I'd have
I
to
have
play
an
it.
idea of where they went wrong now, but it's just, oh God, it's so bad.
Well,
But let's
we've
stay
been
on
we've
topic.
been jumping around. I think it's time we start moving into the question segment.
Okay.
Yep.
Let's do it.
I just want to say, PlayStation, honestly, kind of ruined our podcast a little bit by being the good guys by not closing down the online store, even if it took David shouting on Twitter that we beat Goliath and we saved it. And
Thank
I
you,
don't
David.
think they're bad guys for wanting to capitalize on the Last of Us TV show starring Pedro Pascal. It's Pedro Pascal. I would want to capitalize that on too.
Wait, who's he
Now-
playing?
He's playing Joel.
Really? I'm out of the
Yeah.
loop on this one. Wow. Okay.
Now I will say this. If they change the narrative, if they change the story,
It's HBO. You can't expect them not to.
no. They said they're gonna follow the. No, I'm saying the remake,
Oh.
the game.
okay.
HBO has already said we're gonna follow the game of the story of the game, but we are gonna add and change some bits just to make it more syndicated for TV.
Yeah.
And everyone's like, bet, all right. I think I actually do think the HBO show will be fine. But if they change the narrative of the PS5 game, they will run into a problem because there will be 2 Last of Us 1s, and people will ask, which one should I play? And you'll have an argument among your own community about which game you need to play.
Are,
The PS3 one,
are they considering changing the story?
no. We know nothing about this. We only know about Days Gone 2 becoming a Last of Us 1 remake because the creator of Last Days Gone has been spouting off about, fuck Sony, they don't want to make my video game. And
Yeah,
I'm like,
but-
dude, your game sucked.
Pokemon does that all the time. For example, do you play Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire or do you play Sapphire and Ruby? So like
Neither.
I'm just saying that that's not appalling to think about,
No.
you know? Them changing a remake.
No. It's different intrinsically because the story of Last of Us is a cinematic story where it's not like a Final Fantasy type game where like every new game is a new adventure. The characters from Last of Us 1 are the characters in Last of Us 2. There's no changing them.
So
Yeah.
That's just how
are
it is.
you worried that unlike I'm gonna use one of your big games here, Scoot, as an example here, but Final Fantasy VII versus Final Fantasy VII Remake. Final Fantasy VII,
different. Oh,
totally different game, right?
Don't do
It's
that.
a completely
Don't do that.
different
totally
concept.
different game, but it's the same title.
No.
It's the
Don't
same
do that.
story, right?
No. Stop. You don't know what you're talking about. You're an idiot. They use a different definition of the term remake. Like,
I'm just saying.
I'm gonna go off on another hour if you bring up Final Fantasy VII.
No, but it's the same story, right?
It's not. No, stop. You know you're setting me off. Listen.
All right. Let's
Question time.
I just want to wrap this up with a little bow without Jiggy's fucking dumbass. Listen, if I will be the first person to admit that I'm wrong, if Sony changes the story of The Last of Us or adds bits and pieces that don't make it cohesive enough to Last of Us 2, I will wear giant underwear on my head. If they change the characters and ruin the story of The Last of Us 1, I will admit that I'm wrong, and I'll run around New York City with underwear on my head because I'm wrong. But for right now, I think it's a good thing to go.
Yeah.
And now the question segment. See, we need to wrap our little segments in bows. Otherwise,
all right, everybody,
it makes no sense. You're welcome.
We are getting into the questions section. Here's where you guys at home can ask us questions. Everybody from Twitter.com, if you guys listen on any of our streaming platforms, just send us a question on Twitter with hashtag MWT. Wait, what? I don't even know.
MWTB. Marks with the boys.
Am I a fool? I can't spell.
4 letters.
MWTB. But yeah, so send us some questions and in chat !Q, and you guys can get us in here. So Doug, do you want to start us off?
Real quick, you know what?
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna ask a question real quick. I'm gonna ask a question to TB.
Okay.
You're a teacher, TB. You hand a test to Jyggy 11. What's the first thing he gets wrong on the test?
Spelling his name.
Spelling his goddamn name. Can't remember 4 letters. Good big brains, TB.
It's true.
Yeah.
Question number 1. Have you guys seen the Apple Hello Spring event? And if you have, what are your thoughts on it? I did not watch it, but Googling the news, it looks like everything comes in a bunch of new colors.
There's
and
a new
there's-
iPhone.
There's new versions of
Whoa.
everything. There's a purple iPhone now.
Oh,
There
that's
is.
cool.
The trailer was really great. I did watch it. I watched all the way up until right before they announced the new iPhone. The purple iPhone, they had a really fun Willy Wonka throwback to. It was really cute. Go watch the trailer. I actually really appreciated their
that's cool.
their attempts here. Apple's really going in on this M1 chip. They showed a brand new iMac. Now the iMac, if you don't know,
Lots of colors for that too.
it's a built-in. Oh yeah, dude, the turquoise. Woo! It's a built-in just screen, and that the computer's a screen. They showed that the actual like motherboard for the built-in new Mac is like the size of a ruler. That's it. It's like a 24-inch screen with a ruler inside that runs better than like a $3,500 computer. It's crazy. Which I bet it is a $3,500 computer.
Honestly, I have a MacBook Pro.
Yeah. Yep. I do too.
13-inch. The M1 chip is nutty.
Oh, you have an M1 MacBook Pro.
Yeah. No, I have the new MacBook Pro. I've been using it. It is fantastic. A lot of people were like, you can't edit on it, but they're not they're talking about Premiere. I've been using Final Cut.
Yep.
I've been editing some big projects. I've been doing some crazy stuff in Final Cut. Doesn't crash once. It is a good chip.
It's a pretty low bar.
It's a low bar, but like Premiere crashes for everyone I know, and they have like GTX 3080s. They have the new AMD chip. They have the new everything, and
that's
this
Adobe.
one little chip. I say what you want, but like, you know, I definitely use Final Cut on my other MacBooks and my other Apple products that I've had throughout my life, and it crashed. It didn't run well. It was slow. This thing is fast. This thing is speedy. The M1 chip's banger. I didn't watch the Apple event because I don't really care.
I have a bit of fatigue, I think, from those events because it's just every year they're like, oh, here's the new thing. It's thinner. You can sit on it now and bust it in
Better.
half if you want.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's
true.
better.
did you
Like
guys?
it's the same stuff every year. Like who cares?
Yeah.
The
You have a new
AirTag
phone,
is pretty
congrats.
cool. I will probably buy that.
Yeah, so that's the other big thing. So they're enhancing their Find My iPhone app, except they're changing it to basically Find Me, which is funny because it's a DS, a 3DS.
Dox me.
But so they're selling these basically little like tags. They're like little like they look like giant Tic Tacs, except not really. They're like Mentos, big Mentos. And you can put
Yeah.
them. You put them on a suitcase. You can put them in a bag. You put them in your wallet, and it allows you to track them using the thing. And they're starting at $29.99, and I thought that was like an actually decent price for them. I thought Apple
For a
was
yeah,
change, Remember
Yeah.
what was it like was it like a stand or something that was like
dude, Pro stand.
it's like $1,000 or something?
Pack of 4 for 100.
Yeah, the Pro stand, dude. Pro stand is the $1,000 piece of
That
metal.
was ridiculous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
But these are great.
But yeah,
so
so
yeah,
they,
that's great for 4 for 100 is good.
They announced that, and then they also announced that the M1 chip is going in the iPad Pro.
iPad Pro.
But
Yeah.
and this is something I think that Techno brought up to me and other people. I think it's cool that they're putting it in the iPad Pro, and the fact that they're trying their best to make the iPad Pro actually a computer killer. But in my mind, it will never, ever, ever be able to compete with a MacBook Pro or a Windows machine until it runs Mac OS. It still can't do that.
Gonna disagree here again.
Oh, okay.
My sister is rocking the iPad Air,
Okay.
and that has the M1 chip.
Wait, they put an M1 chip in an iPad Air?
I believe so.
Wow.
Yeah, I think everything they're
I
really
could
just
be
putting
wrong.
this in everything.
I could be
anymore.
wrong, but regardless, and this just goes to speak on how powerful an iPad Air is. She uses it. She will jump between using it for law school for readings, and then she'll transform it into a second screen for her MacBook. So it's really great. So if this is anything like the iPad Air and this is stronger, could be a computer killer. Having the Apple app software, you can get a lot of stuff done on my iPhone 12 Pro. Like, you can get a lot done. And this is just an iPhone 12 Pro. Like, imagine thinking about what I can do with the iPad Pro. I'm not gonna lie, I'm looking at the price point too. It's only $1,000 for the biggest model.
Yep.
I might pick it up. I put in $100 of Doge when Doge started at like 3 cents. So if I cash out a Doge, I can literally just go get one.
Yeah.
And I might. Like, it's not a bad idea.
That's fair. All right, moving on to
right,
our next
right on.
question here.
Yeah.
Scoot, you got it for us?
Wait, what?
You got the
I'll
next
do it.
question for us? Okay, TV's got it.
Oh,
Question.
of course.
Will
Oh.
Fall Guys come back when it releases on Switch and Xbox consoles?
Scoot,
Yeah.
Scoot, you
I
want to
think
answer
so.
that one, Mr. Fall Guys live streamer?
Okay, so
Dude,
I-
for everybody who wants to know, I'm sorry, Scootish, I have to announce this here. If you want the highest quality, the biggest Fall Guys live streamer on Twitch.tv, you need to go to Scootish's channel, okay? Because he's the only one that streams it.
Yeah, it's true.
you ass. Listen, Fall Guys. I think Fall Guys was when I experienced my first like boom on Twitch, where I went a little like my Twitch streams were always like, like 4 to 5 people, poggers. But then all of a sudden, Fall Guys came out, and I was bumping Fall Guys like every day, and all of a sudden I'm going up like I'm getting 9, I'm getting 12, I'm getting 15. Fall Guys was awesome. I loved Fall Guys, not just from a streaming standpoint, but just from a game standpoint. I have fun. Puts a smile on my face. I never win, but I'm smiling and laughing the entire time, if not infuriated, and definitely broke a couple DualShock 4s. But the only reason why I picked the game up again is because, and I'm going to plug this because I have to. It's charity. I'm going to be on the Salty Beans charity Fall Guys tournament on twitch.tv/uneasypeasy. And that's at 2 p.m. on Saturday. I'm going to be in that tournament. I was asked to be a part of it. I'm doing it. I'm excited about it. And it's a lot of fun. And I'm getting my practice in because I don't want to look like a video game chump. That being said, I don't think it will, but I hope it comes back. Because the level of entry and the level of fun for Fall Guys is so low. And you can just always have a fun time with it. I just picked it up. I haven't played since I dropped it for Among Us because that's what the entire internet did.
Same.
Since that time, but I picked it up, took a round or two to get back in the feel of Fall Guys, and instantly I'm making final round every single round, baby. Like it's just fun. It just is good fun.
It's fun, as you said. It's got a very low barrier to entry. Like the platforming is fun, and like there's definitely a demographic of people who just don't play PC games and they only play console games. And so, especially for Switch, I think Switch will take off big time because, like, the appeal of not having to sit at my computer to play Fall Guys versus like sitting on the couch or sitting in bed is very good.
They need to advertise it more again. They need to go hard. They need to push it all the time because that's why I'm thinking more and more about why I get a lot of games, and a lot of reasons why I get a lot of games is because they're just jamming it down my throat.
We complained so much about advertisements at the beginning of the show.
Advertisements work. They just do.
We've explored that thread, I think, before in previous shows where like advertisements are especially effective on you, Scootish.
What?
No,
I recall this. I think episode 2 we talked about that.
Advertisements working on me?
Agree.
Yeah.
I agree though from that perspective, of that advertisements is how you know a game might be something, but then I also know
probably they should. Like the fact that I can go a YouTube video without seeing an advertisement for Fall Guys might spell its doom.
And you know what? I'm going to be honest. I have more fun watching Fall Guys content than I do Call of Duty content or Valorant content.
Yeah.
It seems weirdly more varied to me.
It's I again have not played since the Among Us crackdown, the Among Us shift. And my Floor Guys broadcast, I played that when I was really burnt out on the same levels over and over and over again, which I know that's different now. But I actually
they did fix it amazingly.
Great.
Yeah, there's a lot more. There's so many more.
I'll have to actually give it a shot now. But I do completely agree with you that the moment it's on this console, I think we are going to get a little boost in popularity. I think that this console is perfect for it.
I hope so.
Mm-hmm. Cool.
All right, next question is for Scootish, if you want to read through that one.
Hey. Oh, fuck. Question for Scootish. Why is Final Fantasy VII Advent Children considered a really bad movie, and what were your memories with this movie when you saw and after you saw it?
There are Final Fantasy VII movies?
Yeah, it's called Advent Children. There's one.
There are Final Fantasy
and then there's
movies?
an anime. There's yeah.
I mean, I know there's Resident Evil movies, but
Aaron Paul's in a Final Fantasy movie.
It's a Mortal Kombat movie.
I like when they say dilly dally shilly shally.
I need to do like a video game movie binge where I just watch all the movies. Like I'm gonna watch Warcraft. I'm gonna watch Sonic.
Watch them in Discord, dude.
Yeah, that'll be interesting
with your community.
All right, so tell me, when this movie come out? When it's Final Fantasy VII the movie come out?
Well, it's coming out again in like a couple months, actually.
2005,
baby. Yeah, 2005. I watched it. I remember I got it on the PSP. Actually, they did movie UMDs, and I got it.
They sure did.
It's a bad movie, and they fixed it because this is what Nomura always does. He releases a game, and then he releases complete, and it fixes all the issues. So, and that's what he did with the movie of all things.
Wait,
I hate him. Yeah, I don't know.
Is this a live action or an animated movie?
It's animated.
It's CG.
It's CGI.
Oh, okay.
But the characters are all written kind of dog shit, and it's a very dark movie. It's very dark. and you can't really
There you
see
go.
anything a lot of times.
Yeah, it was just what
I just linked a good video about that movie.
Yeah, it's like fan service in the way, not like a bunch of like boobs or whatever, but like it's just here's all your characters and they're doing stuff and they look really good now in this fancy CG and like, but there wasn't a
The-
good story
Yeah, the
behind it.
writing was
The
pretty
the
bad.
the fights are always a standout moment. They're always amazing. Uh,
The
I, I,
action
w-
was pretty good, yeah.
I would say where the movie falls flat a lot is it doesn't focus a lot on the party of characters, and we're lucky when we see anyone that isn't Cloud or Tifa.
Yeah.
And I wanted more Sid moments because, like, I want to be honest, I had never played Final Fantasy VII until it came to Switch. Never played through the whole thing. I had no idea that Sid was your party leader for part of the game. I had no idea that Sid was that important. And you very rarely in Final Fantasy get to switch your lead party character. So when you do, it's a big deal. And the fact that, like, I think he gets like 1 or 2 lines, and it's during the Bahamut Sin fight, is downright embarrassing. And I love Kate. I love Red 13. He's the dog, but apparently, like, animating the dog was really hard, so they used him as little as possible. I get that. I respect that. I'm gonna let that slide. But the movie was just, for me, very emo, very very you wanna
Yeah.
summon Sephiroth?
You mean
I'm down.
any Square Enix
Yeah.
property?
No, but that's not what it is.
But besides Kingdom Hearts, where it's just like,
No.
Mickey's
No.
in the game.
No. Jiggy, we're don't make me
Well,
fight
yeah, I
you.
mean that's sort of how it was. Like, oh, we need, who's going to be the big bad? It has to be Sephiroth. We have to
No,
bring him back and put him in.
No, I'm sorry. I'm fine with Sephiroth being the final bad guy. He has to be the final bad guy, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
he do have to. I'm with that.
they have
but it-
to. Therefore, the movie doesn't have to exist.
I'm more just saying, like it. I used Sephiroth just to make a joke and keep it in the world, but it was just very like, oh, I'm 14 and this is deep.
Yeah.
Like-
Yeah, that's the perfect way to describe that movie.
There's no levity, but like Final Fantasy, like it can be all like, I'm 14 and this is deep, but there's always like moments of like
Chocobos.
Cloud going on a date with Barrett.
Yeah.
Chocobos.
Funny
Yeah.
things happening, cute things happening.
Oh, and everyone's wearing black now and a trench coat and like,
Yeah.
Yeah,
not
and
purple
like,
or
I
whatever.
get it because Cloud's like mourning for like his friends that passed away and arguably his true love in life. That's right, Tifa, you're a side bitch.
I'm
But-
To
so
Barrett,
sad.
the real date.
True.
But
I'm just here.
I'm gonna get down this road for like hours and hours because it's Final Fantasy VII, and there's just so much to break down with it. Final Fantasy VII Advent Children 4K is oh god, let me Google this real quick. I'm so sorry.
Just how many more Ks is that than the original?
About 7.
Wow,
Yeah. it's-
amazing how that works out. What are you doing?
Yeah, it's a big deal. It's a big deal. It comes out
Oh,
June 8th. I have it pre-ordered. It's coming. I'll watch it. If people want to watch with me, we'll set up a little Discord night and we can all watch it together, and I'll bully the Margs boys in being there as well.
Great.
Okay, dead ass silence.
Final question
Excellent.
here.
All right. Take
Final
us to the hoop,
Yeah.
Jiggy.
Final
Jiggy,
question,
last
unless
question,
Techno's
okay.
adding any more. Last chance, everybody. But this one's pretty simple and straightforward. Will you play Miitopia?
Nope.
Yes. And I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why I will. Pure, shameless content.
Fair.
I will not enjoy it, but you know who will enjoy it? stupid. I'm gonna pull up. Stupid Techno Finn will love it that I can create a Chucky Finster like me, and suddenly he's playing with Scootish. That I can fight with Duperific. That I can make big muscly Dupe in the game, and I can play with Duperific. Those people will love it. I
Is that how
won't
the
love
game
it,
works?
but I know I can. I know I can act the hell out of it, and I know
People
it
who
will be
enjoy watching
enjoyable
you
because of that.
suffer. Yeah, that's fair. What about you, Jyggy?
TV said no. Doug, are you gonna do it?
No, it's not something I'm interested in.
I am kind of in the same boat where I am not interested at all. I did not buy it on the Nintendo 3DS. It seemed like what I call the shovelware, but I'm sure I'm gonna get bullied into it. Knowing Twitch, I'm gonna get bullied into it. So we'll see.
Miitopia with the boys.
Yep. Well, I mean, you guys want to do Monster Hunter, so I'm sure there's gonna be Miitopia with the boys too. But yeah, so that's our show, everybody. Thank you so much for watching. We really appreciate it. If you are listening on any of our platforms, such as Spotify or Apple Podcasts, make sure you go and let us know what you thought of the show with hashtag MWTB. All right.
Yes.
And
How many stars should they give us on those platforms?
I can you give stars? I don't know if you can give stars on any
I
of
have
the
no. Are we on
platforms,
Apple Podcasts? Is that still on stars?
What are we? I think
I
we're-
kind of think, if I'm being honest and fair with me, I think we earn like 3.
3 stars.
Give us your 3-star reviews.
3
and your
stars, then
honest
double it.
feedback.
3 stars, then double
Don't
it.
give
All
us
right?
any more.
No,
If you give us any more, I'll
Scoot.
feel weird.
Scoot, they got to give us 2 3-star reviews on the same review.
Just imagine.
Yeah.
Imagine
No.
if we get a 5-star review, how that would make us feel about how well we're doing.
Our
Give up.
next
We
Margs
always
of the
need to try
Boys-
harder.
Our next Margs of the Boys is on May the 4th. So May 4th be with you, the same day Star Wars The Bad Batch comes out, which I'm pretty excited about.
Oh, I want to watch that too.
Yep. So that'll be great. Hopefully we will see you all there. For everybody who does listen on those platforms, we are live on twitch.tv for these broadcasts. So make sure you come over and watch us live and ask questions live and chat with the chat. But once again, thank you for
Enjoy
watching.
the bonus content that will get cut from the show.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Techno likes to edit us out. But thanks for watching, guys. I really appreciate it. And have a good night.
Bye.
Bye.
See ya.